Hello, I'm live. Ah, and here's me hoping that I won't have any connectivity problems this morning. I don't know if anyone ever hears when the door. Oh, I think I'm showing a bit too much sexiness there. Do up a button. I don't know if anyone hears there's a sliding door in the kitchen here, and I think just wind movement makes a buffer. Maybe it's the cat sometimes, but it really sounds like someone knocking at the door trying to get my attention. And I always think, oh, does someone want to come in? Am I occupying? And it almost never is. And I think it was just the wind that time. Or maybe, hey, Grasshopper, how's it going? Yes, so gearing up. We're almost at the weekend. One more day of work, which has been really stressful. So, unwinding with a drink. A little bit of Blue Ruin. Yeah, so, I hope your week's been going well. Oh, excellent, Grasshopper. Glad you enjoyed live streams. I really enjoy doing them. So, the interactive thing is fun. And I will have you know, yay, Adele, you're here from the start. Awesome. And, yeah, I hope you've got pretty tough competition. The Battlestar Galactica marathon is ongoing next door. And I am quite the fan of the Battlestar Galactica reboot. So it's not that I dislike Star Trek, but I had no real compulsion to watch it, which is why I started doing the live streams when Mrs. Angry and her son were watching Star Trek. But they finished all the Star Treks. And now they're watching BSG, which I am really quite a fan of. And it's a bit hard to tear myself away. Oh, Grasshopper, if you're ever in Melbourne, drinks on. We often, even just like with YouTube pals, we often do little meetups here, hang out, go out, have dinner and drinks. It's lots of fun. Adele, isn't that the thing? So many shows to watch. Like, seriously, there are dozens and dozens of shows. And, stretching back, I mean, it's almost a running joke to, if you hear someone hasn't watched The Wire, you go, oh. I only finished watching The Wire, like season 5, this year. Oh, Grasshopper, you don't have to have alcohol. I don't always drink alcohol. But yeah, we with the YouTubers here, we like to semi-regularly have get-togethers just to hang out socially. Talk some YouTube stuff, maybe shoot some video, just have fun, have a bit of dinner together, and maybe, but not always, have a drink or two. In fact, last meetup, I don't think we did any drinking. Are you caught up to Miss Fisher and How to Get Away with Murder? Watching Lost Girl and Newsroom? Nice. I mean, there are literally so many shows. It took me ages to catch up with, like, Breaking Bad. There's Breaking Bad, The Wire. I never finished Dexter. I never finished Mad Men. I never finished The Sopranos. And just even more recent ones, like I haven't seen Stranger Things. I haven't seen the new Twin Peaks. I haven't seen Handmaid's Tale yet, although I intend to. I'm probably going to finally get Netflix when the new Star Trek starts, and then I'll catch up with a few Netflix series. Haven't seen American Gods. I haven't seen The Defenders. I watched the first couple of episodes of the 12 Monkeys TV show, but didn't stick with it. I haven't watched any of the Marvel or DC shows, really. I watched the first season and a half, maybe the first 2 seasons of Arrow. I haven't watched Flash, haven't watched Supergirl, haven't watched Jessica Jones, I'd like to, haven't watched Luke Cage, I'd like to. Got no real desire to watch Iron Fist because I didn't really hear good things about that. Haven't watched any Daredevil, so I haven't seen The Defenders either. Didn't watch Legends tomorrow. I did watch, was like the sort of fringe Marvel one, Legion. I did watch Legion. Okay, well, Nicholas, for me to be a bit of a pedant here, Koyanis Katsi is not by Philip Glass. Philip Glass does the music for Koyanis Katsi, and yes, I have seen it, and I actually have on disc Koyanis Katsi, Power Katsi, and the Koya Katsi, the trilogy, the Tripper trilogy. I do have the intention one night to, you know, get a hold of some serious hallucinogens and watch them all with AZ. For those who haven't seen Koyanis Katsi, Power Katsi, or Nicoya Katsi, they're like observations of Earth, and it's film. There's no dialogue, there's no commentary. It's just different bits of life from around the world, human life and animal life, and just nature, cities. Trippy as fuck. So trippy. I have seen Doctor Strange. See, Sapphire, I do see the movies. I always go and see the Marvel movies. I don't think I've missed any of the Marvel or even the Ruku-san with the opening smartass comment. Hello. I don't think I've missed any of the Marvel or DC movies. I think I've seen them all. The Marvel ones particularly I enjoy. I'm with you, Grasshopper. I enjoyed Doctor Strange. I'm very keen to see what they do with Thor. They've got that Kiwi director who does so many good films and does very comedic films, and they seem to have upped the comedy factor for the new Thor movie. Really looking forward to it. Hey, buddy boy. All right, hey, Aussie Brick Chick as well. Good to see all the folk rolling in. Yeah, the Thor I'm looking forward to. I didn't mind the other Thor movies, but of all the Marvel movies, they feel kind of placeholdery. Like Luke Hemsworth's really good, and what's his face who plays Loki is really good, and generally the whole cast is good. Hey Lucy, we're chatting TVs and movie at the moment. We're just all being social, chilling, being nerds, talking about what we're watching. Tom Hiddleston, that's it. Thank you. Grasshopper, I thought the original Iron Man was a major breakthrough. Hey there, Sebastian. I thought the original Iron Man was groundbreaking. Yes, Lucy. Lucy, did you make me the Stitch Baby? See, I know I've still got the card from you somewhere as well. But yes, I mean, okay, having moved house, the Stitch Baby is in a box somewhere at the moment. But no, oh Lucy, thank you so much. That's one like I get so much cool stuff. Stitch Baby is good. I kept my Stitch Baby. Sebastian, I agree. The first Iron Man is the best of the Iron Mans. Iron Man 2 is kind of... Iron Man 3 was pretty good with some dumb stuff, but the original Iron Man was groundbreaking. But all the other ones they've done, like, you know, like, who knew the Guardians of the Galaxy were going to be so good? I think they've done... I mean, they're very flawed, the Avengers movies, but I think they've done quite well with the Avengers movies, working with such a large cast. And Doctor Strange was good. Ant-Man, I really enjoyed Ant-Man. Ant-Man was so much fun. Black Panther looks fucking badass. Who's hanging for Black Panther? Not least because there's a certain group of right-wing fuckwits who are so loud on the internet and increasingly loud in public. In the US, the fucking redneck white supremacist Nazi lovers who are fucking scared of Black Panther because that movie looks so African. That is, Lucy, new Thor on your birthday. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good birthday present. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Black Panther because I thought the character T'Challa was really quite good in Winter Soldier. That's the other thing. The Captain America movies have been quite good too. Civil War was really good. Hey, Biori, you're relatively early, yes. Now, Nicholas, I have not seen Brotherhood of the Wolf. There you were saying, there are so many shows and movies to see. Can't see them all. Although if we're talking about, yes, I did like the new Spider-Man movie, Lucy. I thought that was good fun. That was really quite good fun. I thought the Wonder Woman movie, just to stop praising Marvel all the time, I thought the Wonder Woman movie was quite good. I don't know why everyone's so down on Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, because I thought Andrew Garfield was actually a good Spider-Man. I would recommend the Wonder Woman movie, Grasshopper. I really enjoyed it. Joe, the Google alerts aren't always reliable. Yeah, I would definitely recommend the Wonder Woman movie. Really enjoyable. Mrs. Angry says it's definitely her favorite superhero movie. So it is pretty darn good. And I love the theme they did for it. The dun 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 dun. I liked it. There's been a couple questions about my drink, the Blue Ruin. That is actually. I'm just having a drinking night. Blue Absinthe. 80% alcohol. Woot, 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 woot. Adele, I really enjoy the Lady Ghostbusters movie. Not a very popular thing to say. Man, I'll do it. I'll go out on a limb. I think the female Ghostbusters is a better movie than the original Ghostbusters on almost every level. I think the entire original Ghostbusters hangs off Bill Murray's one-liners. The rest of the movie is really thin. Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis aren't particularly funny. I liked the original Ghostbusters. I just think the Lady Ghostbusters was a better movie. Hey there, Viola. How's it going? So, yes, get me in fights on the internet, but I really like Lady Ghostbusters. Firefighters save piglet for a fire. Were rewarded by the farmer for eating them. Oh my God. That is awesome. That is awesome. Firefighters save little piggies from a fire. And so the farmer gives them a big bacon feed. That is awesome. I love that story. Oh, God. Oh, Safa. Yeah, Logan was good. Logan was really good. Yeah, like the end of the X-Men. Bleak as fuck, that movie. Yeah, I agree, Grasshopper. Pigs have a superpower. Turn vegetables into bacon. The Forbidden Zone. I have not seen that, Rukusan. Yeesh. Oh yeah, Deadpool, Lucy. Loved Deadpool. Deadpool was really enjoyable. I'm quite the fan of that. I think it was the only person who did enjoy Logan. I don't know, Grasshopper, lots of people didn't like Logan. And that's the thing. See, personal taste, I'm fine with. Like, if I happen to like something, whether it be music, book, TV, movie, someone else doesn't like it, that's cool, so long as they don't want to make a big scene about it, or they're cool because they don't like it because they're above it. So, yes, I also agree. Deadpool coming out on Valentine's Day was funny. Did you see the Valentine's Day ad for it? They just showed the bits that made it look like, because there was a really genuine love story, and an incredibly genuine and honest love story in Deadpool. But the Valentine's Day ad for it was pretty goddamn funny. And even the oh, Logan Lucky sounds really good, Catherine. I saw the trailers for it, and it looked good. And someone I know who I have reasonably similar taste to saw it and is raving about it being one of the best movies that's in this year. Ooh, favorite Stan Lee cameo. That's an interesting one. Yeah, because they go from being small to large. Okay, slight diversion. Grasshopper's got a joke for us. How many MRAs does it take to change a light bulb? I don't know. How many MRAs does it take to change a light bulb? I wait with bated breath. But the Stan Lee question is good. I'm trying to think, what's my favourite Stan Lee cameo? Oh, nice. Okay. The payoff. How many MRAs does it take to change a light bulb? None. They sit around complaining that it won't screw. Biting. Maybe it's just because it's the most recent one in my head, but I think it's Guardians of the Galaxy 2, where he was talking to the Watchers. Because that had been a fan theory for a while with Stan Lee being in all the movies. Is Stan Lee going to be the Watcher, which is a character from the Marvel Universe who sees everything? And it's almost implicit that the Watcher is telling you the story of the movies, of the comics. And so the actually doing a Stan Lee bit where he's talking to the Watchers was real good. And even because he's actually telling them what he was in the different movies, and the Watchers get kind of bored and walk away from him. He's, fellas, where are you going? You were my ride home. You're right, Biori. Collective of MREs is called a well, actually. Not to be confused with several well actuallys who together make it to be fair. Oh dear. Yes, I do like that line. The collective noun for MRAs is a well, actually. But yes. Sad. And now it's like the penny's finally been dropping. Like when the Gamergate bullshit happened and people said, no, this isn't about ethics in gaming journalism. It is a bunch of horrifically awful, misogynist, sexist, racist, Hitler-loving fuckwits. And people said, oh, no, you're just saying that. And they became, the alt-right became the swastika-bearing fuckheads who worship Trump. Ruku-san, where does an MRA get his water? From a well, actually. Okay, I'm going to do a joke that contradicts that. But I do like that just as the pun. He gets the water from a well, actually. Because my joke is, how do you drown? Well, actually, God, I can't believe I just said that accidentally. Okay. We could do a version of my joke that's how do you drown an MRA in a well, actually. But my preferred option for how do you drown an MRA, you hit him on the head with the toilet seat while he's having a drink. So, oh my God. Nicholas, I hadn't heard that people had a problem with the Deadpool 2 teaser because he lay down on a corpse. I don't think they've been paying a lot of attention to Deadpool if that upset them. It's just, yeah. No. Deadpool, I got because I'd never actually read any Deadpool comics. before seeing the movie. I'd seen bits of them online. Everyone was always posting images, and it seemed kind of cool. I saw the movie before I read any comics properly. But I got like, a Deadpool collection in a sale after that. And there were some good stories in it. And it's just, our Celtic King, we're just talking about movies and TV shows and whatnot. And how do you do, Game Freak? Yeah, the Deadpool comics can get quite interesting. Oh, Joe Wheel, how many psychiatrists does it take to change a light bulb? I don't know. But I know how many surrealists it takes to change a light bulb. The fish. Celtic King, how's Aussie? Well, we have big news. Oh, Joe, well, okay. That's where I thought it was going. How many psychiatrists does it take to change a light bulb? One, but the light bulb has to want to change. Aussie has teeth. For those who don't follow me on social media, you should, because I posted the photo to both Twitter and Facebook. Aussie has teeth, which is so much sooner than we thought he was going to get teeth. And they're beautiful teeth. He has better teeth than me now. So I think he's, I think he was more self-conscious and anxious about the no teeth thing than he was letting on, because he really didn't want to sort of go out in the world without it. But now he's got teeth. He's saying he might come over this weekend, which would be awesome, because could do a live stream this weekend, hopefully. You're right, Rukusan, it's the pixels. Photoshop. That is what I always say to people when you see some sort of amazing picture and they go, well, it's Photoshop. Yeah, I can tell by the pixels. Yeah, I can tell. It's like, yeah. But that is the world we live in. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Like, Adzzy called me the other day. I was at work and he said, oh, can you go on FaceTime for a while? And I went, yeah, okay. So I switched on the FaceTime and there he was smiling away. Celtic King, will he show us his smooth scrotum? That would get my YouTube channel banned. And you should not say that to him because he would take very little encouragement. That's all I'm saying. So, yes, even the threat of losing my YouTube channel would probably not be enough to stop him from showing his scrotum. Ah, Ruku-san, I like that. What do you get if you cross a joke with a rhetorical question? Yeah. Would I read smutty, hilarious fanfic? Lucy? Yes, I would. I really would. Yes. It's like, you're a week. Tip your waitress. I'm trying to think. Because of course, the 50 Shades of Grey started off as Twilight fanfic, and it was really popular, and then a publisher convinced her to sort of change the names. Ooh, Deadpool and Punisher comic series. 4 issues. I've got some Punisher one-offs. My favorite is The Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe. Where basically, as it says on the box, the Punisher kills every major hero in the Marvel Universe. Because in a slight variation of the Punisher's origin story, his family weren't killed by the Mafia. His family were killed in the crossfire of the X-Men fighting with bad guys, and he holds the X-Men responsible. Oh, how does an accountant deal with constipation? Asks Mike. The answer, he works it out with a pencil. All right, that's depressing news, Celtic King. Vidi's mum told you he's been bashed in jail for preaching. And just for being a general cock, I imagine. Like, it's one thing to be religious and say you're going to save people, but his persona is super dickish. One page. Oh, Lucy, you can always send it to me on Twitter or Facebook or something. Richie, 50 Shades Easy. In all seriousness, I bought a copy of the book Grey. You know how To Flog a Dead Horse, the author of 50 Shades of Grey, published a book where it was the story from Christian's point of view, and it was called Grey. That ended up in the sale bins real quick. And I got one from a sale bin from like a Big W or something, with the intent that Aidsy was going to do dramatic readings of it, like of the really awful sex scenes in it. And we've never done it. But I've still got it, so we might do it one day. I'm not sure if the internet could handle Aidsy reading bad BDSM fiction. Yes. Yeah. Joe, it sounds like YouTube gold that falls into the big bucket they have these days. This is not friendly to advertisers. I don't give a crap. I don't do you. Well, it's not that I wouldn't like YouTube to be my full-time job. It's just that I don't ever see that as a realistic thing. So YouTube remains a fun thing for me. So I don't really care about things like monetization and whatnot. I'm sort of just doing it to have fun. And, you know, interact with you fine people, because I find that a really enjoyable thing to do. Thank you, Lucy, for sending me the link. I will check it out. Yeah, Joe, you're right. The old community guidelines. I don't know. I don't know if I would get a community guidelines. Look, there is a danger of copyright infringement as well. It's really weird. Catherine, I don't want to make a big scene about how much I earn in my day job, but I'm an IT contractor. You can look at the job postings if you want to get a guess at how much that's worth. But no, I think we definitely will. I think we'll try it. Do Aidsy doing a dramatic reading of bad BDSM porn. In all seriousness, to me, the funniest thing about the 50 Shades of Grey being such a huge bestseller is not all these really mainstream women reading really shitty BDSM porn. It's just there were so many knockoffs, like, and in really conservative outlets like Big W or Target, there were whole shelves of shitty BDSM porn trying to knock off 50 Shades of Grey. There'd be like 20 or 30 titles trying to cash in on the popularity of 50 Shades of Grey. And that's something I thought I'd never see, a whole shelf of BDSM porn in a conservative thing. Well, Joe, you saw an old video of someone taking me down. There's a few of them. And Joe, as I've said in previous ones, I just ignore the people who do attack videos on me because I don't want to be defined by people like that. But there was one that I was really, really tempted to go just because he was so funny. Like, unintentionally. He wouldn't think he was funny. I thought he was hilarious. He was this weird old guy who was a climate change denier, and he made a video, and the title was something like "AngryAussie is Dangerous," and he was really weird. Like, there was some serious senility issues going on, and it's always really weird when someone who takes an anti-science and an anti-logic and an anti-observable phenomena position, like being a climate change denier, who says that your views aren't logical or sensible or intelligent. And it's like, dude, I don't think you know what those words mean. But this guy, he was just really weird. And there was some really clear sort of senility issues going on, and it would have been so easy to rip the piss out of him. And I was really tempted to do it, but I just thought, no, he's just some sad old fucker. I'll just let that go. I was like, oh, no, don't want to do that. Well, Joe, the thing is, the loudmouths who push extreme right-wing ideas, they come across as very stupid. Again, they're not necessarily stupid in the sense that they would fail an IQ test, but I agree that the real loudmouths come across as idiots because a lot of what they push is so blinkered and flies so much in the face of basic common sense and evidence and whatnot. Stupid is the word that springs to mind when you see them. But I think people are often really, it's like they're ignorant about how ignorant they are, like Dunning-Kruger effect. They're blind to their blind spots. They don't realize that they can't actually approach certain things with anything approaching objectivity or, intelligence. Joe, I also have seen reports that say lower cognitive ability, lower IQ in people who espouse conservative views. I don't know that that's accurate, but there is evidence, in the great unwashed masses, a lot of people who spout extreme right-wing views shut themselves off from evidence. So they do seem ignorant in the classical definition of the word. Willfully ignorant, proudly ignorant, which is fucking terrifying. Proudly ignorant people scare the shit out of me. Someone who's ignorant of a topic or a fact, who's willing to listen here, that's fine. Like, not knowing something doesn't make you stupid or doesn't make you a bad person. But when people are not only willfully ignorant if it's going to stabilize, it just cut me out completely a couple times. So I'm going to try this for another minute or two, see if it settled down. If that was maybe just a momentary lapse on the part of my Wi-Fi. We'll give it a go. I also blame the LNP for their shitty internet. But I also go back a bit prior to that to the Labour administration, and I blame Stephen Conroy for not getting the fucking NBN sufficiently advanced before they lost power so that the Libs couldn't knacker it. But for whatever reason, a lot of people have said Telstra deliberately obstructed the implementation of the NBN, but for whatever reason, Labor didn't get enough of the NBN rolled out. So by the time the Libs were in power, they still had the opportunity to fuck it up, which they've proceeded to do. Okay, we've got another incoming joke. Oh, no, I know that one. How do you know a politician is lying when their lips are moving? I wonder who thought that one first. I remember from the Max Headroom movie back in the 80s. That one's a classic. Oh God, speaking of reboot, like, we get lots of reboots happening. Many of them are shit. Occasionally got Battlestar Galactica. The reboot was orders of magnitude better than the original 70s, which was just a Star Wars ripoff. The new Westworld series, I thought was great. I'm looking forward to season 2. Okay, Ruku said, how do you stop a Liberal MP from drowning? That's a take your foot off your head. I was going to throw in, you don't. Gloria Nosferatu remake, that wouldn't surprise me. Howdy, Leach, how's it going? Oh, Lucy. Yeah, I agree with you. As soon as I heard Jumanji remake reboot, I was like, this seems so unnecessary. But they've done a couple of trailers now. It's like, Oh, it's Chris. Was that Christopher? The Baywatch movie was great. The Shutter, means you don't mean that? Because that bombed without a trace, didn't it? You know, anything with The Rock, I kind of think maybe it's worth watching just because The Rock's in it. But yeah, that Baywatch movie. Yes, Lucy, I do watch Rick and Morty. I quite enjoy Rick and Morty. Watched the first 3 episodes of the new series. I've got the first 2 on disc. I've got as far as Paul Rick. There's at least 1 more episode out now, isn't there? Yeah, but the Jumanji reboot, I don't. There's no way I'm paying to see the Jumanji reboot in the cinema. I might watch it when it eventually comes box out. We're up to episode 5, are we, Lucy? Okay. Right, I'm going to have to... I tell you one thing. The makers of Rick and Morty seem to be so confident their fans pay to see it and buy much of stuff. They don't make any effort to take it off YouTube. Like, people upload the episodes to YouTube and they're fine with it. That's what I'm watching. Yeah, it's Big Rick! It's hard. You can't bring up the Big Rick episode without encouraging everyone to go, Big Rick! A musical elevator, you're absolutely right. Attempts to block piracy sites are stupid. Yes, you block the highest profile ones that noobs know about, like Pirate Bay, but the idea that you're going to even slow down piracy is quite ridiculous. So, yes. You're right, Catherine. Anything with Karen Dillon's probably worth watching. But yeah, I'm definitely not going to spend. Oh my God, it broke up again. This is weird. What used to happen is I'd get this red warning coming up going 6 times in the last fucking 5 minutes. So I'm going, boo, bad internet, Aussie Brick Chick. But hopefully, on the weekend, with less kids here, less kids playing internet games, Aidsy will be here. Really hoping Aidsy will be here on the weekend. So look out for that.